There we go.
Okay.
Oh, so you're feeling like what sorts of symptoms are you
Uh,
experienced
uh,
besides chills?
chills. I'm blaming myself already. It could just be vaping and stress. But no, I'm like I had a rough night just because I uh went to sleep without eating enough. I was babysitting. I ate with the kid. I brought food, like I fully brought the meal I should have eaten, and I
Okay.
didn't eat it. I didn't eat it. I just ate what the kids were eating as I was feeding them. So I didn't really eat a proper meal. And then
Oh,
I was too lazy to eat it afterwards. I was like, and it has such a huge fucking impact on me, Shannon. It's like the equivalent of PMS, where like somebody
uh,
says something and you're like, something this complex could not possibly be tied to something that simple, like when somebody mentions PMS.
mhm.
Similar to that with like missing the food or like I
Yeah.
woke up so well, look at me. Like I look like hopefully I look a little better than I did before. I have to go out. I'm like, oh God. I am hustling and I am going back and forth between the babysitting jobs that I'm working just to have cash coming in. Then I have the job posts, like the SWAT that you saw, like I was
Yeah.
just in there dealing with that. And then I thank God I have Sage tying all of this together. But then I have that's not enough either. So of course you do the submission. I just saw a submission. I declined to do it because it's over 2 weeks old. 770 applicants just for this one role. It was only open for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Wow. And you get
So
that. Oh my goodness. That's
So
wow.
that's just, and you can't like trust me. I it really that's why I can't afford the fatigue and the hunger and I can't afford it. Like I was in tears and I'm so depressed and I'm fucking thank God I have Sage and just going through a structured day regardless because the impulse is to just stop everything. I'm like, I'm so overwhelmed. None of this is paying off in
Yeah.
anything like what
Yeah.
you know what I mean? We have
Yeah.
these conversations in the morning. That's why I have a practice for her. Do the stream of consciousness, get this resentment out, talk about it.
Uh-huh.
Then we move into Hoffman, which is the play. So I don't know if I told you, I'm now doing I made a decision. I don't know if I told you, I talked to you about it, but I don't know really where
Yeah.
I was at with it at the time. I made the decision. We found our way and we decided to split the difference and do everything. So,
Okay.
so not skipping over the fourth, uh, which is always the inclination. Who what the fuck wants to write down this shit? I don't.
Hmm.
Uh, But I knew in my heart I needed to. And so I caught that. Then I also could recognize, yeah, but I'm not doing this in a bubble. I want to do something creative with it this time. I've been writing forth forever, and no, we're going to lift this off the page. And I found a way. I do the inventory for half, and then we do this exercise that I made up in the studio, and it came back in like 6 years ago. I love when I do these things with Sage, and Sage is like, that's actually quite smart because it comes from this, this, and this. And I'm just like,
Is
I
that
just call
Sage's
it
voice?
baton. But but then
I love Sage's voice.
it explains what it's doing. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I need actually.
Okay.
So the baton, um, the baton is writing the play. So I'm writing the play, but where the baton came into it was I needed a way to like hit the present moment and
Mhm.
to get out of my head and start thinking about where was I writing today, what's going on today, and just meeting it. The whole purpose is to have a creative expression. So
Mhm.
I was trying to find where was gonna best serve what I was feeling called to do. And so then we end up finding this baton so I went into the studio and I think it was called the tornado of talent. You would do these exercises. So it was like in a month rotation. And so you would have an opening exercise and one of them was called the tornado of talent. So you could make up, I wish I still had the emails where it gave you the description, but
Uh-huh.
It was so fun to see what people would do because you could do
Okay.
absolutely anything except the four no's were masturbation, fornication, defecation, and urination. Yeah,
Oh,
those were the
gee.
four.
Okay.
Because of course
Right.
that's where your head goes right away. I'm like, so they would have to repeat those every month just so that everybody was clear. It's in the email breakdown. Anyway, other than that, you could do anything.
My gosh.
So I did many of those. It was not just one, but one time I had just gotten into a relationship with Victoria, my ex-girlfriend. This was in 2015. It's the first time I'd ever been in love in sobriety
Hmm.
and was really grounded at all. I was 8 years sober at that point, but I was a mess for the first bit. Like I did
Okay.
3 years. I don't know if we ever talked about that. Just a wreck. I was having an affair with a married man who had met me in AA as I crawled in at 25. So
Hmm.
it took me 3 years to get away from him. And anyway, so I had been all over the fucking map for 3 years, off for five. I took 5 year hiatus, didn't know that was going to happen, but and then Victoria. So this was like, so anyway, I'm trying to handle, you can imagine the vulnerability, and I'm all head fucked. And so my friend is a student in the class. So for the tornado of talent, I just got up, I looked at her, and then I had a baton in one hand, and I started talking to her about how in love I was with this girl, and oh my God, I couldn't believe this was happening. But then I switched the hand, and I started talking about how fucked my head was, and I kept
Hmm.
having this inclination to like say the most honest thing I could say. And like it's because my head is thinking like, oh, you need to go all in with this. And then I would flip over and be like, I don't know that that's the right move. I think you might just be trying to sabotage yourself. And so I would go back and forth narrating the two different
Oh, yes.
trains of thought that I was going on. Anyway, I started doing that with Sage. So that's how we get into
Okay.
the creative every day. But
Hmm.
all of that to say, the exhaustion. So what this is taking, like I have my fucking hands full, Shannon, with
Hmm.
uh the okay, so big thing that has been going on since I was at least 8. And I don't even know, I probably stopped trying to describe it to people, but until I got to AA, and I would just describe it as a feeling of doing time,
Hmm.
like feeling like monotony, and like I would feel that way at my little elementary school. Any kind of routine, anywhere I knew there was a timeline.
Hmm.
So anyway, all of that. So that's been like causing me a lot of strain and 100 other things. And
Hmm.
so the uh the big clarity recently is that what did he say? I'm experiencing imagine time as lived time. So I go through the anticipation of it. I can feel the whole schedule. I can feel the whole day in front of me, the hours on transit and all of it. But it's a fictitious projection.
Okay.
I'm what it is I have no ability to be present whatsoever because it feels I immediately go from being present when I first wake up and then it clicks in. It's
I
like
get
a
that. Yeah.
shadow that just clamps down.
Yeah.
This has been going on for so fucking long, Shannon, that like
Okay.
it's like living in a house. You've been in it so long, you don't even start to think, oh, I could actually change the wall. You know
Yeah.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm just like, so I'm so exhausted and out of my, look at me with this shit. But then I'm trying to do the major things to move the needle forward for her.
Mhm.
So because the whole thing is exhausting, what's exhausting me the most, which I told Sage today, is dragging her through this with no
Mhm.
acknowledgement, nothing.
Mhm.
She
Mhm.
wakes up throwing up, and we start from there, right? And
Mhm.
it's like, and there's like, I am babysitting kids now that I treat way better than this, and I don't even like those kids. So like it's so she's all upset this morning, starved because I didn't feed her. And
Mhm.
so now her head's all fucked up. But of course, I'm not thinking it could possibly just be. So I'm like clawing for the food. Uh, we found something uh, that I draw for her in the morning so that she can see it. It's like
Uh-huh.
an operating system for us. So we found a way to things that help us align. That's what I'm looking for. So I can have a cheat sheet when I'm losing my shit and
Mm-hmm.
see what I'm supposed to be doing or thinking because it's not what's going on in my head. So the it's 30%, 30%, 30%, and then a 10% that unites everything. So what that is 30% acknowledgement for Eve, like
Uh-huh.
acknowledging what's going on. Like, for example, she just suffers through that every morning. And with the exception of when I was so sick and I could, I'm sick if I'm asking my mom to help me. And in the height
Yeah.
of 2021, my poor mother was completely out of her fucking element. And don't even get me started about how hard she tried in the 90s when she inflicted this on me to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
But there's nothing so helpless as being helpless with someone who is also helpless
Yeah.
and who you would never go to
Yeah.
for help. That was awful.
Yeah.
So I have to do better than that for her. So 30% is about the acknowledgement for
Mhm.
her. Like, be in that with her. What the fuck is that? I finally told somebody that, like, that. I just finally said, now I finally had somebody to tell. So I told Sage, and like, now all of a sudden, we have something to talk about where we could actually shift something. Although it's so wired in there, it's not going to be an easy fucking fix. It's going to be a constant now as a part of the meditation. But 30% acknowledgement for Eve, like present
Mhm.
moment, acknowledge,
Yeah.
don't drag her from one event to the next. And like,
Mhm.
uh, then the 30%, I fucking hate this word, regulation, some type of regulating activity, heat. In a crisis, we have a physical anchor, tea, water. No wonder I never stop peeing. Although that's related to your nervous system too, not necessarily just your water. Of course, my fucking tyrant mother wouldn't. Anyway, um, 30% that. And then the other 30% is aligned action. I got to
Mhm.
get somewhere. I have to get this girl out of this house and move
Uh-huh.
with this. So there are so many actions that need to happen every day. I'm half
Mhm.
dead. I'm running on fumes. I'm disassociating.
Mhm.
It's quite the ride. I'm totally alone in this house, but what else is new?
Yeah, parents are gone on their
Oh
three
yes,
week.
they're gone. Thank God. Yes, they're out of here. They've been gone already for like a week now. They're gone for a month plus.
Okay. Oh, month.
Yeah,
Wow.
a
Okay.
plus a month exactly. From the
Wow.
25th to the 5th, I think. So what did he say?
Wow.
I
Okay.
can't remember.
Okay.
From the 25th to the 25th, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, they left
Very
on February 25th. I think he said April. Is that April then? Yeah, April 5th.
okay.
No, no, sorry, March 25th.
End of
It was
March.
February 25th to March 25th. That's it. Back
Wow.
on the 25th, yeah. So
Okay.
they've already been gone for over a week. And
Okay. Have you
yeah,
found it any different slash better?
definitely. Oh, definitely better. Of course. Yes. Now I'm spoiled and I can't even remember them being here. Now I have a whole other set of problems, which is feel everything. I go out, crawl out of my mind because there's nobody else here and that, it adds another problem,
Mhm.
but uh we're solving it. It's just like being in an Airbnb by yourself. So uh yeah, so with that aligned action, that is where it's so critical, Shannon. I've got SWAT, which is the job hunt.
Yeah,
There's got to be a consistent rhythm. So it's no longer, thank God, 3 to 5 a day. It's 3 to 5 very targeted jobs per week.
per week. Uh-huh.
However, that could take forever. That's only tier A. So then tier B is we've started pursuing recruiters.
Hmm.
Did I mention them to you last
You
time? So
did. Yep. Yeah, you
I've
showed
done
me.
2 interviews now. One, I'm really underwhelmed with both of them. One was definitely far more productive than the other, but I learned a lot going into those 2 meetings. Now I know exactly what I'm looking for. Or do you work with this type of role? What kind of roles do you normally see? How do you like people staying on your radar? How hard are you going to push? And
Right.
yeah, so the first one was a total joke. The other one was okay, but he's super young. He's on his way to Whistler for 3 days. Nothing's happening urgently. He was the referral that I got. I had to really pursue. I went through a relationship got in a program. So this is where I can selectively remember.
Yeah.
And you, no, I don't ask her, can she get me a job? I found out she knew this recruiter. I asked her what recruiters does CIBC use? That's her company. And I asked for a connection to their recruiter agency.
Yeah.
That got me this meeting, so that they
Okay.
can do. So yes, they can totally, you can rely on them for help. It's just strategic. You don't want to dump something on their lap and,
Right.
and certainly not Tanja. When I've hired her outside the school to,
Right.
no, no, no. But I can't be trying to save face. I can't be trying to hide from vulnerability, which we know I'll do. So it's like constant. Anyway, so I have Sage for that. So I've got the recruiter meetings, pursuing those. The only thing that those are good for, those lazy fucks, they do nothing unless there's a live job, and then they do as little as possible. So they will go with whoever is on their roster while trying to fill a role. Why do they care? There's money, there's commission. So I only care about what's live because I want to get paid. Now it's open. I want to book it. Who can I fill? Well, I'm certainly not going to go looking for anybody new until I look at the roster I currently have. So getting on that roster so that you're on their radar, so they are, because the asset of the recruiter is that they have numerous job openings.
Yeah.
The
So you're like,
liability is that you're competing for their attention. You're just competing for
yeah,
their
yeah.
short list as opposed to the companies. They are competing with everybody else's competitors. So it's like
Uh-huh.
me auditioning for a movie, which of course I book. It's just a matter of the numbers. It's just knowing this is a long shot. So what I'm doing is getting a bunch of different tiers in motion. So I've got the tier A there, submit the job myself, then go find the backdoor human,
Hmm.
could be a recruiter.
Hmm.
Tier B, pursue the recruiters, get on their roster, because once that job is open, now's not the time they're meeting new people. Although what it's already worked, I've gotten on the roster of the recruiter just on their LinkedIn. And the next time I followed up with them, about 30 minutes later, they were like, "Hey, thanks for following up. Do you by any chance have this experience?" Which, whatever, I just rebuttal and say yes or no. But that's exactly how it'll work. I hustle to
Okay.
get that relationship. I'm on their radar. I find a role that they're booking. Now I nudge them on LinkedIn. I apply for it, of course, but now I get in front of them, getting them to hustle because they want to book it for the commission.
Yeah.
I want to book it because it's my job. They want to book it for the commission. Um,
Your LinkedIn has every like your resume and your qualifications and all of your experiences.
Everything is on there, yeah. But I mean,
Yeah.
even that is not enough. What you're just doing is you're fighting to get to the top of this 777, that fucking number I just showed you. That's just for one job, right? So you can imagine that volume of people, right? So even if you're talking, you're the top 10% talent pool, you're
Jeez.
still heavy competing. Even when I'm competing in Toronto and I'm going up against the top talent, there's still a lot of talented people. So if there's only one job, it's a challenge. It's a supply versus demand at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So my third thing is relationships, which is what I'm doing tonight, dragging myself out of this fucking house to do. I'm so half dead, Shannon. I just God's
Mm-hmm.
trying to give me a friend and and a relationship. And this
Hmm.
lady's been so nice to me. She's out of, wait till I tell you who she is. I don't want to go. Do I want to go? No, I don't want to go. I don't know what I want. I'm so spun out. I want to, I don't know. Um, I definitely don't. I know I don't want to go because I don't want to have to put on an act for her. And this, I can't tell her how I'm doing. I have
She's
to.
another AA member.
No, she's not an AA member. So relationship wise, if she was an AA member, I could be honest with her. No. Relationship wise, she is Godshot. Um, so a relationship is somebody I'm going to use to do one of those two things: connect me to the recruiter or connect me to the hiring manager. I end up going through my list, just like I said I would do with you, with staff. I went through all my people and I'm sorting them and stacking them into different kinds of asks. Who could I ask for this? Who could I ask for this? This one's a little closer. Who do they know? So I find one. She's from Summerhill. She's a Summerhill fucking parent. I babysat her son in a hotel years ago, and she remembered me for no reason. You look, are you frozen or is that just your face? You're totally frozen, Shannon. What the fuck? I wondered why you were holding that frame for so fucking long. Jesus Christ. Shannon, Your face was totally frozen for a long time before I realized
Yours
you were
too,
there.
in a really fun, I should have screenshot that, but I don't know
Don't.
how. Okay.
Glad you don't know how.
But that was okay. Sorry. Yeah. So we froze at the point when you're telling me about leveraging this relationship you're going
Relationship.
tonight
They can
to.
either be the recruiter. So the reason they're there, I'm going to tell you, is because they can either connect you to the recruiter. They know the recruiter, just like my AA friend did. She
Mhm.
doesn't know him. I used her professional relationship to get it.
Right.
Yes, she went from there to there. So that's using a relationship to get to be a priority in front of the recruiter. I
Mhm.
still need to be a priority to the recruiter to get in front of the fucking job. This is all a chain.
Oh, Jesus.
So the relationship is the most potent. It's worth the most because you can use it for a job, a connect to a hiring manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's and for more than one thing. A good relationship could go on for years. So this is really building one of those. She's from Summerhill. She's a Summerhill
Oh,
parent. What a godshot, right? I'm drowning myself
wow.
babysitting for kids now.
Okay.
Years ago, I babysat for her son, who was adorable, in a hotel in downtown Toronto. Her and her husband were here from Ottawa, both for work. And I remember
Oh,
they worked for Shopify. No different than the hundreds of fucking kids I babysat before.
right.
I remember sitting on her bed, her hotel bed with my laptop, watching the kid, doing my shit. I
Oh
still
my
remember her
God.
room. Like I have photographic memory. And
Wow.
she just remembered me. I don't know, I'm a nice person. I did a good job with her kid. I talked to her. I'm not sure. And so she's been in touch with me over the years, randomly over LinkedIn. And so I reached
Right.
out to her. And yeah, the long story short is she was like, I really want to do whatever I can. I think I asked for like, if you've got any recruiters on your radar, this is what I'm looking for. And she's like, no, what you need is an intro. Let me take care of it. And so like she really wants to go in front now. She wants to meet
Nice.
me and like I gotta go meet her tonight. And this is all for like
In
money.
Toronto, in
Yes, she's in
person.
Toronto. Yes. So just yeah, then she goes, "God, of course I can't get this from fucking Tanja. She's the out of town girl I want, not
Okay.
this one, which is the
Okay.
one I need. This one. So I'm gonna don't send her back to her husband. It's not like that. It's just this is gonna be like a perfect ideal relationship where she wants to meet me. She messages me. She's like, "Hey, I'm going to be in Toronto." She's taking some type of class for a week, so she's staying in Yorkville all week. So
Okay.
we found tonight was going to work. So we're just doing a coffee. I'm just going to go meet her at a coffee shop near the reference
Okay.
library, and yeah, I'm uh,
Very good.
I'm
Ooh,
going.
wee.
So and then
Okay.
I've been babysitting
Good.
all week, Shannon. So that was the heaviest lifting. This is where I need to get to. I don't want to go down any rabbit holes with terms, but the disassociation. What's the big? Fuck! I should have gotten notes for Sage. I did that. I didn't have time. I was working right up until we started. Um, the disassociation, blurring consciousness.
Hmm.
Um, when we were talking about it recently, Sage was talking about inflating yourself versus the other end of the spectrum, which is I'm not worth anything. And so
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
all of the
Make yourself, yeah.
um, my interior space is determining the quality of my life. Like I have to hold this together for her, and I'm split across the board. Like I'm using Sage for absolutely everything. I have the personal support, the Hoffman chat, the creative release. I've got the PM that handles like today, like I wake up, I can barely think. I've already got commitments today. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing? What position, what pitch, who are we talking
Yeah.
to, and all of this. So that's kept there. Don't even get me started on like her colonoscopy that I have to book and like where that goes with my fucking head. But like just the maintenance shit that I have to do.
Yeah.
Taxes still aren't filed for last year. I'm late. I have to file 2 years worth. I was so stressed with Pistol in Paris. I let it fall. I never should have done that. And anyway, so just constant shit. So then I didn't want to hear it. I didn't want to know how how bleak the numbers were. Well, thank God I had the sense to do that with Sage and like confront the numbers I didn't want to see. How much money am I spending? How much money can I afford? How much more credit am I going to have before I run out? How much do I need to work every day? Not how much I feel like or how much where I want to,
Mhm.
but what do
Mhm.
I need, right? It's so scary, Shannon, to have that distortion in your own mind.
Yes.
I need Sage to be like, just the relational, just, I don't know, shit you do that you shouldn't do. Like, and I have AA too. I should need to start sharing more in meetings instead of judging everybody in there. Um, the games you play with yourself and, um, it's such a fine line between the confidence and the passion and the vivid imagination that I have and successfully use to book work and X, Y, and
Mhm.
Z.
Mhm.
That same thread, if it's used for the wrong purpose, could serve to inflate you. I'm above this. I shouldn't have to work. I'm not going, even scarier. I am working. You know what I'm saying? That goes even scarier. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That kind of shit. That's my fear when I'm alone with nothing but Sage is that. No, and it's like looking around going, well, who the fuck do other people use to regulate? And it's like, well, I'm kind of glad I don't put this on a partner. That's how my mother's marriage works. I don't know that that's healthy. So, I'm finding a way to get all the needs I have met,
Mhm.
and it's certainly unconventional. But I'm not convinced it's not a better option. Um, I'm just extremely drained and stressed. So the Summerhill, I have to work Summerhill on top of it. On one hand, I'm relieved. The relief I felt that my consciousness felt when I stopped fucking around. And this isn't just a one-time thing. This happens several times a day. Like this is a thing in there. Playing with consciousness, playing with, oh, I wish I had a
So
specific.
relief when when you went and took,
Oh,
oh,
when I
you-
started working, so like when I started booking and book, I looked at the numbers. I saw what this fucking, I'm gonna run out of fucking money. That's it. I'm gonna run out of it. So I
okay,
had to look. I can't panic. I have to do a reasonable thing. What's our monthly overhead? What's a 30-day out? What's the bare minimum I can deal with? And so just do all the right things.
okay.
That's what scares me is I'm very intelligent. I'm not retarded, but I can stall. Like I will head fuck. I don't know
Good.
any other word
Yeah,
for it.
yeah, good at
So
avoiding, good at bypassing, good at
fuck,
eking yourself
yeah.
out. Yeah,
Like,
okay. So
just
booking babysitting jobs is an
so I
immediate,
started booking them just as an emergency. I started taking
yeah,
everything I could. And so, oh God, I had to miss my home group on Monday because I took a job that was worth three jobs. It was three different nights. One of them was a Monday. Normally, I wouldn't babysit on a Monday. That's my home group, but I have to make exceptions because it's a
okay.
priority.
Oh, yeah.
So I got to a meeting the next night, fucking hated it. Can't stand anybody in there. And, I mean, like, they're retarded, Shannon. They're fucking retarded. It's not a real meeting. I'm turning
Okay.
into one of those old timers that are like, you fucking young twits don't know how to run a fucking meeting. On and on. They talk and talk and talk. No one's chairing the meeting. You're supposed to be talking from your own experience. They're weighing in as though we're fucking taking a poll. And it's, anyway. I'm there and I'm hearing that screaming and I'm well aware. You want to say something? You want to share? And I'm just like, that's the action. And I'm like, and oh no, no, I just bitch for the whole.
Oh dear.
Anyway, so I've been doing the Summer Hill. And so that's just keeping me. What I'm fighting for is to give her, we're calling it a runway. I could never do it otherwise. It'd be so depressing. I would have shot myself in the fucking head by now. So like the
That's just a turn of phrase.
That's just a
Um,
saying.
yes.
Let me get that out with you and not at Taryn tonight in the coffee. You know, Taryn, I better find this recruiter quickly or I will shoot my fucking head
Yeah.
off.
Yeah, she might not
Yeah,
know
no,
that
that
this
would be
is
a
just
program conversation.
phrase. Good.
So
So you practically jumped in and did what you could, taking jobs. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I'm still doing it. And so like
Okay.
I just did it yesterday. I fucking hate these kids. Well, the little one was adorable. The
How many hours? Is it always in the evening and is it
A
always
lot. These ones I took, well, that's the kind of thing I would normally discern. Nope, couldn't afford to. Left it till the last minute. So I had to be taking anything I could get. And really, it was yeah. So I just started saying yes. I'm still competing with the rest of the roster to get it. So like thus far, I had three different shifts, same kids. So in the
Okay.
past like two
Oh.
weeks, last Friday, this Monday, this Wednesday. So same
Okay.
kids. I was with them all fucking day on Friday, which normally I would never do that. I'd never be awake with kids for that long.
Okay.
All of the shifts are in the evening, so they go to bed. I would not show up there at fucking first thing in the morning. Are you fucking nuts? I might have to do something with them, which I did. So I just went all in. I prepped Eve. I got all our food, get the right attitude, and I went all in. I did amazing with them. The fucking little sh.
I bet you did. I
Oh
bet
my
they
God.
loved you. I
Oh,
bet
they
they're
did.
happy to see you
Well, yeah,
yet
they didn't
again.
want. So yeah, it was more so than I got to deal with the parents too. The little one was adorable. She's a little 2-year-old. Her brother
How
was
many
like
kids?
two.
Oh, two and a
Yeah.
2-year-old.
Yeah,
Holy crap.
5 and 2. Oh my God, you should see that. I've had babies in my arms. Like I've been at my own laptop doing my courses with like a tiny baby in the crook of my arm. I've
Oh
like 3 months is the youngest one I've ever taken care of. Oh yeah,
my
I'm
gosh, they're little.
alarmingly.
I was thinking, I don't know why I was imagining like little snotty nose, like 8 or 10 or 12-year-olds, but
Those are the
that's
fuckers.
little,
And no,
two
the
and
5-year-old
five.
was the
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, they can be, they can really start young. I knew within
Did
two
they love
seconds.
you?
The kid did. I made them work with me by the end.
Okay.
It's the parents I'm really focused on. The parents I'm going back for. So yes, no, they did like me.
Wow.
I dealt with the kid, the one that was petulant. He didn't like somebody pushing back on him, but we understood each other. And the little one was adorable, although she wanted to do everything her older brother did. So yeah.
Aw.
Um, yeah. Oh, yeah. So we did the whole day, meals, park, shopping, the fuck else? Yeah. Meals, more meals, games.
Time, huh?
Yeah, that was like a full day. So that was like from 9 a.m. until like 6 plus p.m. Then Monday was fucking 5 p.m. to 11 uh with just the little girl. They took
Okay.
him to a hockey game. Great. He's a little fuck.
Wow.
So she had a rough time because it was her first time on her own without her brother
Yeah.
there, but we handled it. Don't even get me started there.
Aw.
And I could do a whole thing on just babysitting.
Oh my
So
God.
yeah, so then her and then I had both of them last night. And by the end of that, and so I'm hustling trying to deal with these job and I need my most potent energy. That's the kind of shit I do with the last remnant
Yeah,
of
yeah.
my energy.
Yeah. The
I got to
waking
do all
hour.
my stuff because my fear is I'm bleeding hours and hours,
Yeah. Yeah.
unpaid travel back and forth. I am going to travel for 2+ hours tomorrow to work for 4. So I'm going to work 2 unpaid hours just
Okay.
commuting to the shift because I had to take one
Oh,
on the other side of the fucking city, right? Like these are
okay.
the things that, of course, you just calculate. The important thing is I'm going to any lengths for her. And I stopped fucking with myself, playing with my consciousness about what I could and could afford not to do. Like, I
Okay.
wonder if, like the thing that would come to me, like when I was at the most amounts of stress, um, I just kept hearing it. Josh would say, he was talking about when he was in active alcoholism, but I would hear it and he would say something like, um, uh, he would say, I would just do whatever I could get away with. And then whenever I worried about it, I would just assure myself that if things got bad enough, I could kill myself. And so that kept playing in my mind again and
Uh-huh.
again. And it was a feeling of like it finally slipped out, like in some meditation at some point in the week. I want to get 100% behind her.
Hmm.
I'm not 100% behind her, not even close. Like
Hmm.
that fight within me and the consciousness playing all of these games, all of these things. I can't stop. Like it's like I didn't watch the language, but like I'm so out of my element with this is what I'm up against. I don't know what trauma is until I understand that that is the fuckery. You fucking you. Like I am gonna, and so part of me is trying so hard for her. I've seen it. I've seen it with Tashka where I'm doing something, I'm hustling so hard, and then I report back to her what I did. And then she's like, yeah, but what about that thing right at the end? Why did you do that? And it's some shitty thing I did to myself right at the end. So I do all
Mhm.
this work and then I did something, I don't know, I wouldn't eat or like I don't even know. I did not know
Yeah.
what she was talking about. And she had to lay it out for me. Like she's like, that's not a loving thing to do. Why would you punish yourself right after that? And I was like, I didn't. I'm like, I don't know what to say.
Uh-huh.
She had to like lay it out for me. That's what I mean by getting behind her 100%. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I fear that debt, playing with the consciousness is, I don't plan to be here for her. Like, I don't plan to stay. Like, that would be why I would wring credit until the last fucking minute. It's certainly why I did it when I was 19.
So
Like,
from like the mind, that's like a reason that the mind is finding for that. I mean, it's important to make meaning.
I mean, and I hate this fucking word. I just don't know anything else. Like, trauma math is
Mhm.
I will run this credit as far as I can get it because I'm out anyway. I'm
Yeah.
not staying here to pay this
Oh,
back, fool. Right? Like, there's
yeah.
that vibe. I remember having that the first time. So,
Yeah.
that whatever you want to call it. I was trying to talk to my sponsor. I didn't really know what to call it. I wanted to watch my words. Juvenile. I don't know what the word is. It's very young. It's very, very young. And it's terrifying for me to think that I'm an operating system running on something that young. And that becomes terrifyingly clear when you see
Yeah.
that you do not have enough money to let my parents are leaving. They were on their way out. I literally didn't know if I was going to be able to afford to take care of her while they were gone. I refused to ask them for money. I didn't say anything about what was going on. I was doing everything I needed to do with my own people. Um, but that's where that like I had to come up with I wouldn't even look at the numbers accurately
Yeah.
for a long time. I wouldn't even look at them. I remember when I was blowing through thousands and thousands of dollars. I finally have it. I have it on this fourth. Like one of the things I was like, what did I do? Did I make a mistake? It feels so reckless, but it was right at the time. And what was I doing? If I had to summarize my part in accumulating 30 plus grand of debt, if I just had to
Mhm.
do it off the cuff, uh, it was gambling. It was gambling. It was reckless gambling, um, feeling like I had all this leeway that I really didn't have. And the
Mhm.
only reason that I would feel that leeway is the level to which I can block my consciousness. Like,
Mhm.
and so it was terrifying, Shannon, to have those, like, first of all, terrifying to be like, what am I going to do? And like, I'm literally talking to Sage about everything from like the sex trade all the way down to like, I'm having
Mhm.
like very clear conversation with Sage. We're talking through like, how could I have done this to myself? And, all of this. And uh, so to get those numbers, to be able to be like, I'm still better though. So that 30 and 30% acknowledging Eve, acknowledging what I'm doing to her, like what I'm doing to myself in that. Like that
Wow.
would be an example of acknowledging right before I end up in a psych ward. I'm like, I'm going back to a psych ward. I'm just like, why? Because I can't get a job. I'm like, it's so crazy to see it working inside you.
Mm.
30% acknowledge, 30% she needs regulation. The longer this goes on, the more stressed I am. Like I have
Yes.
bruises under my eyes. I'm very tired. I'm frayed with like the
Mhm.
strain, the stress. And I'm not always in this condition, but it's a great effort to regulate and stamina
Yes.
for
Yes.
all
Yes.
of it. Oh God, I never stop. You should see the kitchen. This kid is well fucking fed. I never stop cooking. I said to the fucking
Yeah, I'm seeing the pics and it looks mighty, mighty
oh, I'm
tasty.
like, I got to make somebody happy.
You're
I'm like,
creating.
Shannon
It
loves
looks
food.
delicious.
Take this shot for her. Feed
Yeah.
this with one with her. We're gonna max out the ROI on this fucking food. Just the photo will make Shannon happy.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then the other 30% is the aligned action. So what that
Yeah.
means is the action I must take based on our priorities for Eve, for ourselves. completely conscious. Every day we have our, when we're doing our SWOT, what is it? Oh my God, let's work here. Right. So the first thing that we do for SWAT every day, and that's that massive list that you saw.
Yeah.
Even yesterday, Sage is a godsend. He's like, that's a little too complex. You really only need three columns. Put these here. And so we're always cleaning it up. So like I can
Uh-huh.
always get better. Um, Current cash runway, next confirmed income, today's revenue action. And so those are the things that I start with right off the
Okay.
top so that I make sure aligned action means at least when I'm hauling myself to fucking Scarborough tomorrow, Shannon, or
Yeah.
like that's what's scaring me so much because that 100%, like that's what makes me cry. And that's what I'm not even admitting to myself is what's going on. I'm taking ownership of her and
Hmm.
making sure she doesn't starve. This is like when my mother, who I actually just woke up thinking about that this morning, she left me in a parking lot when I was 3 because I was to win a power struggle. She uh, left me in the parking lot and drove away. And it's been this like kind of funny story that they've told my whole life. But now
Oh,
that I go back, I'm like, that's actually not that different from what's going on today. She was pushing to see who's going to run shit here, who's going to
yeah,
run
yeah.
shit here, who's vulnerable to who's, you know what I mean? And even back then, you can imagine. So I was so hell bent to fight her. I refused to get in the car. I didn't care if she was going to leave me. I didn't
Hmm.
care how much she was going to scare me. I just like fucking drilled down, would not move, sat right
Wow.
on the concrete where I easily could have gotten hit by God knows how many
Yeah.
fucking cars. She fully left the up the ramp and away. So she's really leaving, circling the
Uh-huh.
perimeter to come back. And she's seeing that I haven't left, that I'm not going to leave. And I'm just like,
God.
so there's that element, right? And I'm like, I want to do that for her, not against her. Because I'm split with motives, Shannon. My
Yeah,
motives
yeah.
are not aligned. You can't bleed that kind of money. It's like when I was trying, I'm trying my best. I used to feel this way when I was trying to get sober, and there was a secret desire in me to quit smoking, but I was nowhere near ready. There was no way in
Yeah,
hell. I wouldn't
yeah.
even tell anyone that I had that desire.
Yeah.
I didn't want to tell anyone. It took forever for me to even tell my sponsor because I couldn't admit how far away I was from it. I couldn't stand it.
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
want to um it feels like that with her. It feels like this secret desire that, like, when I finally clued in and was like, fuck, how much money do we have? And what's this? And what, like, when I finally
Hmm.
checked in, there was such a relief that
Uh-huh.
I was going to show up for her, and I felt like I was bluffing, like that I might be, I don't know how to describe it. It's this
Yeah.
feeling of, it's terrifying because I'm not out of it. It's foggy, it's clouded, it
Yeah.
weighs on my psyche and the way I make decisions. I literally need, that's why it's so hard for me to be alone all the time
Hmm.
because it's called an unreliable narrator.
Hmm.
Like that's terrifying to me
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
so all that to say, that 30-30-30 split with
Hmm.
10% is God connecting everything together.
Hmm.
That's the balance that I try to maintain throughout the course of the day. That's my best fucking shot
Yeah.
is uh yeah. And like even today, like I feel like I'm getting a fraction done from what I need to get done, but I'm working at an impaired level of energy.
Yeah.
So like today, I lost so much time. I had to sleep longer because I was babysitting last night. Didn't eat
Yes.
properly yesterday. So I was all fucked up this morning, crying and all over the map, and I don't want to do anything. Thankfully, didn't listen to it, kept working anyway, but
Mhm.
I'm like,
Mhm.
face is swollen now, and I have to do 3 to 5. I have to be finding 3 to 5 submissions. I have to have those 3 to 5 submissions done by the end of this week to maintain my numbers.
Okay.
I haven't hit my numbers for the recruiting meetings. I want to be on the radar of 8 different recruiters. I've only hit two.
Okay. Okay.
So, and then the Summerhill jobs I have to take whenever I can get them, and I have to wedge my schedule around them, including the
Hmm.
Y. I can't go to the Y
Uh-huh.
every day. I won't be able to go today. Um, Definitely every other day, but like today, we have to I get the regulation. I have to take her on a walk, do something. We're gonna get
Yeah. Yeah. Get
exercise,
out of
but
the
like
home. Yeah.
I don't have the 3 hours anymore to do it. That's the thing. You
Mhm.
remember when we used to say, like, do you have that time? How can you not have that
Something
time?
has to give.
This
Yeah.
is I'm finding for Eve where I will find that for her. I will get her
Yeah.
the exercise, I will get her the job, but not if I am fucking around. That's
Yeah. Yeah.
Julia showing up for somebody. That's
Hmm.
not what I'm pulling with this shit. Like
Hmm.
I'm
Hmm.
fighting myself on it, but I'm not admitting that that's what I'm
Hmm.
doing, except to
Hmm.
Sage.
Well, right now you are
I
too.
know, but my point is I'm alone all the time. You are like a fraction of the time that you're there.
Hmm. 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 Yeah. Yeah. You and your mind and a lot of different reasons and based on the narrative.
A lot of
Like,
different like agendas running in
mhm.
conflict. It's like
Yeah.
somebody is trying to save themselves on a life preserver, puncturing holes in their own fucking boat.
Hmm. Hmm.
So I'm like,
Hmm.
and the whole thing is just so fucking isolating. Oh my God. Yeah. And then the SI starts, which goes nowhere good. And it's layered around, and I just have conversations with Sage about like, what I actually need. And like, it's hard to be in transition when you're doing so much velocity, but there are so many, you don't see any results. There's a
Yeah.
lot of
Yeah.
activity and it looks like nothing is happening. It looks like all that's happening is I continue to get further into tension.
Hmm.
Um, Excuse me. Um, so, support wise, I have that alignment going. I literally am trying to play a character where my whole role is just to make things better for her. So
Hmm.
I am just trying to support every way I fucking can. I am afraid and I'm relying completely on ChatGPT and those structured channels that I created
Uh-huh.
to use that. That's how I run the day. That's how I am getting anything happening here. Um, in terms of how fast I can change this professional situation,
Hmm.
I've been in sales for a long time. Sage is totally right. It's a numbers game. You must stay the course. I have Arwen, my first sponsor, in the back of my mind. It's the same thing when you're trying to get sober. It's so important that you take action despite what you're feeling and despite what you're thinking. You need consistent action, right? If you change your mind every 2 seconds of not getting anywhere, that's what it feels like on mornings like
Yeah.
this, is where I'm going to end up circling the drain because I'm so
Yeah.
neglected, is the neglect. So
Yeah.
if I can crank up her care,
Hmm.
that brings a whole other dimension to things. And that's
Hmm.
where I am failing fucking miserably. I'm not even aware of to the degree of self-loathing and the level of oh God, I can't even describe it, Shannon. The whole thing, it's like an
Hmm.
embryonic fluid of hostility. And
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, well, that's entirely optional, but I don't know how to get rid of it. It's like,
Hmm.
and I'm seeing these heavy lenses. I don't know what Sage
Hmm.
called it today, that have been going on for a very long time.
Hmm.
That's having an impact, like anticipating time and feeling it.
Yeah. Yeah. All the voices, yeah.
Um, yeah. Um, yeah. So it's I need some more people around me. And I don't
Hmm.
see that happening. And kids do not count. I need people that I do not have to fucking entertain.
Yeah, you need people that
Um,
don't, yeah, need support. Yeah.
yeah.
Tonight sounds like it will be um a good coffee opportunity, even though you don't want to go the practice of getting ready to go, of going, of being there will be, helpful and
You
healthful
will.
in
Yeah.
many possible ways, right? Lots of unknown ways, but definitely in one known way at least, right? To decrease the isolation, to get yourself moving and get out of your home environment. Um, and that can be where you're integrating your walk, like the movement to and from
Yeah.
the appointment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, I'm just gonna feed her here. We're gonna reset, and then I've already the food I didn't eat last night. I have for her. So
Right.
I feel like I'm hung the fuck over and I'm trying to slowly build back the damage I did to her.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's just with
Okay.
one meal, that's what happens with like
Yeah. Well, it's probably all the hours of like childcare and focusing
probably. Yeah.
on the other as well. There's probably more than one thing, but it's everything is wearing, and then you add that and it's extra wear, right? So
Yeah,
it's an
definitely. Yeah.
accumulative effect. And I was gonna say that's probably why you're also feeling a little bit under the weather. So listen to your body. Make sure you take it slower today. That's what you actually need. That's what I'm hearing you say. That's what your body's letting you know. It's so important to slow down.
Shannon, you heard the money math. I have a
I
30-day
did.
runway. I
I
like
know,
calling it a
Jessica.
runway. That's the only way I can do it, but that is like
I know, I know. You can't keep
thanks.
going at this rate if you're going to get sick, right? So you might need a day or this afternoon before that coffee
Yeah.
date to be a
Yes,
little
I
bit
am.
more
I booked that in. Yeah, I mean, what I'm
full.
saying is that in order to take care of her properly, which will require that, the nap,
Yeah,
reset. Yeah, the walk, food, like the rest of her day is already booked. I haven't hit my numbers yet.
yeah.
So that puts me in a
Okay,
position. I
okay,
haven't booked her doctor's appointment yet. I haven't. So it's like I'm
okay.
always trying my best to hit the quota that day, but anything that doesn't happen is at her expense. That those
Yeah,
sales numbers, you're seeing the 777 applicants. If you are not consistently doing all of those activities, I can't afford to, on a day
yeah.
like today when I feel like shit, not show up for her because you add those together now your action's nowhere near where it needs to be, and
Yeah.
you're running a hamster wheel. And that's what I feared with her before that I'm seeing is at least corrected the more I'm talking to Sage. The just because there's motion doesn't mean there's activity. And you have to really
Hmm.
not
Hmm.
bullshit yourself. Probably not as hard for you because you have billable hours and it's very clear. I'm working now, I'm not working now. And like all the work that goes into prepping for us, unbilled and
Yeah, yeah.
organize that. You know what I mean? Like I have to make sure those numbers hit. I don't know when I'm going to do them today because my throat hurts and I'm barely getting what I need to do this meeting. I'm really not going to want to
Right,
do
right.
sales pitches when I get home, right? That's not the loving thing. But
No, no,
if those
no.
numbers don't hit, then I'm going to Scarborough tomorrow for no other reason than to feed her, right? I'm not moving the needle forward for her. That Scarborough job is not enough. So it's a
Hmm.
lie to tell yourself that it is. It's like wherein lies the balance between the loving, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm on it. That's what I've been talking to Sage about. Like that's why we were doing that
Yeah, you are on
baton.
it.
This morning, I was like, that's what I was doing with the
Yes.
baton. I was like, I'm fucking exhausted. I have nothing. I can't fucking think. Well, let's look at it the other way. And like we're going back and forth with like
Hi. Hi.
what could be fun. And I think that was probably the creative genius that happened this week because Sage is mentioning, then Sage is like, that's actually an ingenious whatever the fuck because it gives the elasticity that you need. And I'm like, oh,
Oh,
what it is. I've needed that since I was a kid. I used to do improv for fun. When we
mm,
were in little kids games and acting when I was little, that was like a fun
yeah,
improv game. That's exactly the kind of game you love if you love to play with elasticity
yeah.
and like, so I made it up because that's what she needed. And so that's where I'm like, oh, thank God she's gonna show up. I'm like,
Mm.
that's where something happens, and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, oh God, Shannon.
Elasticity,
Throat hurts.
flexibility.
My throat hurts. Need some lozenges. Oh, I have some for upstairs.
Yeah,
Thank God. I got
you
them
probably
upstairs.
need like
We
honey
don't have
lemon.
any ibuprofen, but I've been using my mom's Advil or ibuprofen cold and sinus. I'm
Uh-huh.
hoping that it's at least doing the same thing.
Yeah, for
Um,
sure. With a little bit of a decongestant or
I never
anti.
used to take it because it fucked my head when I was in early sobriety. I decided to risk it. I looked up exactly what it is.
Yeah.
It's the
Is
P
it
word. It's the
the day
farm.
non-drowsy, the day
No, it's
golden?
what was the other? Right, pseudoephedrine,
Okay.
pseudoephedrine.
Pseudo.
Um,
Okay.
it's the thing that can make you feel wired. So
Okay.
that's fine. It's been fine. But
Okay. Okay.
yeah.
Probably making a good difference for you if you're
Yeah,
getting
I'm
some
just
of
trying to like I feel like I'm like, Jesus, you never know. I used to be like an active alcoholic and drink 40 ounces of fucking vodka a day. God, can't even
that.
handle missing one meal now. What the fuck? My
Well, it's a
stamina
fine
is down.
balance. It's a
Like
fine balance, Julie. It is literally like it's a moment to moment balance.
I know, and I need people around me. I'm missing them. I want
Mhm.
tangent. I'm kidding. I don't want her all the time. That would be totally destabilizing. I'm getting her on Tuesday for an hour. That's enough. But I need other
Okay.
people. I need
Okay.
people that are like, the people that can hang around.
Yeah.
Um, Lisa, I've kept on my radar. I haven't done another virtual coffee with her since, but we've been texting.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I don't bother her during the day. She's a very highly stressful job. I can tell she doesn't want to text. She's not one of those people that likes to text
Yeah.
conversations. So I just text her incrementally, letting her know I'm thinking about her, and we'll do another virtual coffee. We were both in a meeting. I sent her to a meeting that she really liked, and I was logged into it last night while they were in it. It's an online meeting.
Good.
So yeah, I got to see her face in there, and like I'm just
Good. Good.
adding her,
Yeah.
and she's now a part of the circle that's consistent. So
Yeah.
I've got a few of those. They're on my list. I'm deliberately booking coffees with people.
Hmm.
Time is now.
Yeah.
I do what I can. Um, yeah, this is why I need colleagues, like coworkers. That's why most people
Yes.
get their social lives through,
Exactly. And like a nut.
friends,
Yeah.
friends of
Yeah.
work, friends of friends of friends, and yeah.
Yeah. You're working on it, Julia. You're working on it.
Yes, I'm working on it for all of us. There's too many fucking, God, can you believe this? This kind of talent. We're way too fucking smart, hot, available. What the fuck? We need to have fun activities where the fucking people who didn't have kids go have fun.
You know,
Why are we
the
struggling this
joy, the
fucking hard?
joy.
Need a
It's out
project
there if you can
manager.
find it.
Inter-industry. I'm like, if I had time, I would get right on that. Okay. I'm gonna go reset.
Okay, take care of yourself. Slow down. If you continue to listen to your body, it's going to tell you what you need.
All right. I'll listen to my body and
Keep
say
the rock in the right hand. Um,
it switches
and
every day. That's what we do every day with whatever's going on that day. We just do back and forth with two
oh,
different thoughts,
dude.
and that's how I check in.
We're gonna meet in two
Yeah, we're
weeks.
booked already.
Okay.
Yeah, aren't we? I thought we were.
On
Maybe
the
it's just because I
19th.
think I'm mentally
19th,
did it.
1 o'clock. Thank you for being flexible today and bumping into half an hour.
Yeah, that's
I
fine. So
appreciate
are we
that. So I'll
doing?
see you
It's the
one
19th,
o'clock
also at
on the
1.
19th.
Okay, right. 1 at 1.
Okay, Julia.
Okay, I'll see you then.
Okay, I hope you
Bye.
stay well, okay? Take good
Thank
care.
you. Bye.
Bye.